Hey Libra, long time no see. I don't think I have any announcements. I think we should get straight into your reading. Now today I'm reading with the, first off, Four of Wands. Today I'm reading with the Crystal Visions. And your first card out is Four of Wands. This is stable home life. This is union energy. I don't want to get straight into the twins first card out, first reading back, but that's what's coming up for you, Libra, and the cards don't lie. So there is something you're manifesting, I'm feeling. What do we have next? Ooh, the Death card. Also the card of transformation, and I'm seeing, while the Grim Reaper may be here, Archangel Michael is there with his wings. Those butterflies are there, and maybe this transformation is what's bringing in this Four of Wands energy. Let's have a look. Let's get some more cards. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. As I'm looking at that Death card, this Ankh is really standing out to me. I'm feeling like you're becoming a new you, which is sort of making your person, whoever is on the other side of this story, sort of crave this new you, or things about you that may have triggered you or your person are falling away, and the same with them. Or it's putting out, with the Seven of Pentacles here, I'm feeling out it's planting seeds. It's planting seeds. Your energetically, you're planting seeds with this transformation. Or it could be the ending of a situation that then allows for that energy to come through. Whatever's going on with you here, Libra, I'm definitely feeling it's planting seeds, and now's your time to sort of sit back and allow that to come in, which may be your Emperor. And whoever that is, even if you have not met them, this is shaking something in them. There's a message coming through. They're either hearing it energetically, or there is about to be some communication. Okay, what's coming up next for my Librans? This is some intense energy. For the first four cards to come out, the story's already like exploding. The cards are talking. What do we have next? Seven of Wands. You may have had to, if this is a relationship, this could even be a work situation. You may be bringing in new energy for a work situation, but whatever the situation is, you've had to defend it in the past. People may not have agreed with choices you were making, decisions you were making, but you've definitely had to defend. Here we go, the Nine of Wands. So you're tired of defending the situation, you're tired of defending, if I could get words out today, that would be brilliant. You're tired of defending what's gone on, why you've made these decisions. And look, if this is a twin situation, and I really wasn't expecting to go here, it may not look normal or healthy from the outside, and I'm sure there's been situations come up that people are like, you are insane. Why are you going back there? Why are you even giving this person a second chance or a second thought? I'm sure you've heard from a lot of people just to let go, but then that's the thing with those twin situations. It's not a pull. It's not a thought. It's not a thought you can get rid of. It's not a feeling you can get rid of. It's deeper than that. But this Two of Pentacles is coming in, and it's really speaking of what happens after this death energy is its balance. An alignment between, like, I feel like you've almost wanted to get rid of this situation as well and step away from it and walk away, despite finding yourself not being able to. I think you've been sort of not even a battle between your heart and your mind. I feel like they wanted to join you as well, but it's your soul. It's like at a soul level that you keep being pulled back in. One more card for Libra's spread. Let's see what's coming up. That Emperor, he's ready. Look, he's getting the pull from his solar plexus. Oh, Two of Cups. That's so beautiful. This moon up here is playing a very pivotal role. I feel like this is something you might want to step back into quietly, sort of in your own time. I'm just going to make sure this is filming. Yeah. I've been out of the game a bit. I want to make sure I'm doing everything correctly. Back to this Two of Cups. How I got distracted from that is beyond me. I'm also seeing spiritual awakening. So the person you may have been dealing with is coming to awareness, if that makes sense. The standing in the water and the sharing of the cup here, this is when this comes back together, or even if you are together, it's going to step up to a new level. It's going to become more emotional. So I feel like the reasons you've been triggered in the past, they're going to start coming out and they're going to be shared, which is going to lessen the triggers that have been causing all this sort of Seven of Wands energy. Yeah, that's quite the story, Libra. That is quite the story. All right, let's clarify this Four of Wands with the Spiral Tarot. What have we got for the Four of Wands? Spirit, could we please clarify? Okay, we have two. Oh. The Empress has come out. This is definite soulmate, soul connection, twin flame energy. The Empress and the Four of Pentacles. So the person, either you or the person you may have been dealing with, they've held back a lot. I'm getting the sense of they're very stoic and unemotional, and it's not that they don't love you, they show their love in different ways. So I'm getting the sense that they may be a doer rather than a speaker, and you may be a speaker and your love languages are clashing, and that's what may be causing some of these triggers. What's kept you here is intuitively. Intuitively, you can feel how they feel for you, and that's kind of that connection between someone you're that close to. You, despite no words being spoken, or even sometimes despite crappy behavior, you're still very aware of how they feel towards you. So I'm also, some of you, there may be someone watching right now who is pregnant and who has gone through a sort of a breakup mid-pregnancy or just after having a baby. This will come back around. This will come back around. I know right now you're probably feeling very overwhelmed, and that's just for a few of you. That's just sort of come up on the side. There's a lot of earth energy I'm feeling as I'm speaking as well. So some of you may be dealing with earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Now, death. Let's clarify death. While this is the death card, this is so transformative. Like, I feel like you're almost a different person than you were a month ago. And I'm hearing peace. Like, you just want peace at this point. Like, no matter who comes in or who comes out. Now I'm hearing the word peace. I'm wondering if it's coming from you. So, like, if you're like, I don't care if they come back in or back out. I just want peace. Oh, this doesn't want to clarify. Oh, a few come out. But we're going to take this one that flew halfway across the room. Eight of Swords. Whatever it was that was holding you back wasn't that it wasn't as big a deal as you thought it was. It's more that it wasn't a physical holding back. It was more a mental holding back. So you may not have been aware of the issues that were keeping you from asking for more from your person, or you may not have had the nerve to speak up, not because they were doing anything particular, but because these are your learned habits from childhood or from past relationships, which is I almost find these situations harder to maneuver your way out of because you can't see the obstacle in front of you. You're just like this woman, you're moving through the trauma, you're moving through the patterns and shifting them almost blindly, because until you have that person to mirror back what those issues are, you don't know what they are. It's as simple as that. All right, let's clarify this Seven of Pentacles. She almost looks fed up waiting. So if this situation's been going on a while, you almost have lost hope that it's coming back around. Like these seeds have been planted long ago, and or you assumed you planted these seeds long ago. You're like, well, I gave him this ultimatum, or I gave her this ultimatum, and I said X, Y, and Z, and I haven't seen any movement. I almost feel like until it got to this space with this death energetically, that no matter what was said, it's almost like you weren't being heard. Okay, so we're clarifying the Seven of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords. You're tired. You're not sure whether you should be moving forward or staying single or accepting. I feel like you're almost not interested. It's not that you're not interested in anyone else. It's just if you can't get the connection and the level of love, you almost feel like it's not worth stepping into. But just like the death, the Ten of Swords also brings, like if you see the sun's coming up, it's this sort of the end of that era. Let's clarify the Emperor, which I feel like is your person, or your person may be this Empress over here, but you have come up together in your reading as the Emperor and the Empress. You have got to the point where you have evolved enough to take those titles. They're the ultimate couple of the tarot, the power couple. Okay, Nine of Wands. Yeah, your Emperor or Empress they're bruised and battered. So if you're sitting there thinking your person isn't feeling the same way, or have gone through sort of the hard yards, they may have dated other people, they may have been showing up on social media looking like they're having the time of their lives, they're feeling it. They're feeling it. They're feeling as battered and bruised by this situation as you are. I think you have moments energetically where you feel that from them, like you feel that they're sort of going through it, and then when you look for that evidence, when you look around on social media, or you may speak to friends who know them, you're sort of not getting the same reports back. I think that goes back into this Four of Pentacles, where I said they keep their emotions very close to their chest, so they're not going to let on to other people that they're feeling this way. And I also feel like they may throw themselves into social situations or work to sort of to get through. The Seven of Wands is clarified with the Magician. So you've had to manifest situations that sort of change the light of your person in the eyes of others. You've almost sometimes had to keep things to yourself. That's okay. As providing you're holding your person accountable for their actions. You don't have to tell everyone your business. It's not always the way it works, because sometimes our friends and family want the best for us, and sometimes, they're not going to see the other person the way you do, or they're not going to understand the triggers, and especially if they're not sort of on a spiritual path. They're sort of looking at your situation like it should have a white picket fence, and it should have 2.5 children, and he should do X, Y, and Z. These kind of relationships don't work that way, unfortunately. Does it mean that you should be with them right now? Maybe not. You're telling the story here, Libra, but manifesting what you need without giving too much energy into other people by defending the situation is definitely the way to go about it. Let's look at this Nine of Wands. You're both exhausted here. This has been a long battle. I feel like for some of you, this has been going on 2-3 years. Some of you maybe longer. I'm also hearing 6 months. So there might be someone who's very new to this journey. It does get better. And there are up moments for every down moment. And I'm saying that to the newbies. Okay, we have had 3 cards come out. Wow, with the Nine of Wands. You're tired. You're tired. You're tired of waiting on your Emperor. The Hierophant, you're wanting something more stable. You're wanting a proposal. You're wanting that white picket fence because you want your Ten of Cups to come in, and I understand that, Libra. I get, and I'm feeling you all right now, that you almost just want to exhale and know everything's going to be okay. I think energetically at a soul level, it's going to get to this point. You know this Ten of Cups is coming in, but it's hard to keep the faith in this 3D environment. Okay. Wow. So the Two of Pentacles has been clarified with the Two of Pentacles, which is a reminder that everything's going to work out. It's all going to be very balanced. It's going to be a situation where both parties are happy, both parties come out of that triggered space, and there's more balance, there's more communication, there's more love. Like, I feel like the situation may have been very passionate, so it may have been very sex driven, and that may have been how your Four of Pentacles man expressed his love, was through sex, and you may have sort of felt that you wanted something deeper, something more from that. The emotion's going to come in along with the other expressions of love. There's going to be emotions as well. So let's clarify this Two of Cups. That's so beautiful. And I love that it's the last card of the read. It's like, hold out hope. This is your person and they're coming. Okay, too many fell out that time. Way too many. Come on, Spirit. Just one would be lovely. There is so much earth and a lot of water energy here. Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands to clarify the Two of Cups. Wow. So this is fast moving energy. So you may not have been in contact at this point. You may think they're never going to contact me again. I'm never going to see this person again. But this is literally going to happen overnight. Like flick of a switch is what I'm hearing. So let's pull some romance angel cards, because it jumps straight into a romance reading, straight into a love reading. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at what the romance angels want to tell us today. I'm just getting you're just so tired. Which sometimes is the best time to contact one another. You've sort of lost that fight and that fire, and you sort of come to each other on a level playing field with less fight, you know. And it also it helps gain perspective. Like, it helps you pick your battles. Like, I'm so tired at this point, I don't know if this is worth the argument anymore. Okay, so we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Which is, it's what I'm seeing over here with this Emperor, the Hierophant, the Ten of Cups. Like, you want it so badly that you're losing hope. Trust and have faith. I don't usually like to be so wishy-washy and fairy tale-ish with my readings, but if they come out this way, I've got to read it. And obviously there's someone who wants to hear that. All right, codependency. I think this is where the death is coming in, and where the transformation's coming in. I feel like for one party, it's codependency in the physical sense of needing this person to fulfill certain needs. But I also think there's another party, and it might be you, or it might be the person you're dealing with, that is sort of leaning on outward substances, or like work or alcohol, or even other people to sort of distract them from doing the work that they need to do. So I think it's definitely leaning, and maybe if we start getting real truthful here, maybe that's why this separation, if you are in separation or sort of not really on the same page at the moment, that's why it had to happen, to create this death energy, so that you can sort of go back in, both of you, without distracting and numbing. All right, we're going to do one more from this deck. Okay, we have playfulness. So when this does come back around, I think coming back in without all the demands and all the pressure that life seems to bring, and just enjoying each other again. Because sometimes, you know, you have that moment at the start of your relationship where you're in your honeymoon period and everything's perfect and you never argue once. And then that ends with a grinding halt and life kicks in. It's important to carry that honeymoon energy through your relationship. And it goes back into picking your battles. You know, is this worth arguing about? Am I actually angry at this situation, or am I triggered from something that happened 20 years ago? Or am I triggered by something they did earlier that made me feel unloved? Am I actually angry that they didn't text me back for 2 hours? Or am I fearful that they're off seeing someone else? And that goes into that trust card as well. You know, when I pulled that out, I was getting a lot of actual trust issues with each other. And it comes when you've got that much energy. It's quite normal to feel that way, but what is not normal is not approaching it, and not normal. I actually don't really believe in normal, but it's not okay to trigger each other and not address it, because it just ends up, that's when you end up separating. You know, if you want a long and healthy relationship, addressing those issues. And don't get me wrong, I am very much here with you with not wanting to address triggers, so I understand that. Okay, we're pulling 2 cards. And we've got the 4 of Swords, and we have the Lovers. I think this is taking off the masks. That's what I'm getting. Seeing each other from all angles, coming out and being vulnerable. And these Lovers are back to back. There's a transformation, there's a butterfly here, but they're back to back. So that yous have needed to look away from each other to be able to see each other. Because to be able to truly see them, you've got to see yourself first. And you've both gone within to be able to do this. When you do get back into that place, and it just keeps coming back up, and as these cards are coming back up, and I feel like this really needs to be said for someone. First of all, don't spread yourself too thin. Make sure you're setting boundaries. Second of all, I'm really feeling like whatever's happened in the past, you've both been in so much pain that you're almost attacking each other. When you are speaking and like when you come, like, because eventually this playfulness, you know, there does have to be balance. When you do speak to each other, try not to blame each other for everything that's gone on. Try to come in on an even playing field and just talk, like, and use your intuition while you're doing it. If you feel like it's something that shouldn't be spoken about, don't speak about it. If you're trying to get cut off from your conversation and you know it's, you know, they don't want to hear it, and you know it's something important, come at them gently and say, look, I know this is uncomfortable to hear, but I really think we can't move forward until I get this out. This is a heavy reading, Libra, and I did not expect it for my first reading back, but there's a lot of pain. I'm feeling a lot of pain and a lot of almost abandonment. You're feeling abandoned and they're feeling abandoned. And the good news is I do see this coming out, and I just keep coming back to this 2 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. Someone's going to have to make the first move, though. Someone's going to have to reach out. That might be you, Libra. You know, you might have to say, look, can we just go out for coffee? It doesn't have to be anything heavy. Okay, Libra, I'm going to leave this here. I'm so sorry for the heartache you're feeling at the moment and the loss. I feel like it's like your sunshine's been taken away. It's coming back. It's making its way back around, and it's a healthier version. Okay, Libra, I'll see you soon. Bye.